What's cracking, guys and girls? Nomad here, and today I am going to talk a little bit about my experience with Ubisoft's For Honor beta, what I liked and what I had grievances with. Sorry for my voice today, I got a little bit of a sore throat, so bear with me. For those that don't know, For Honor is a fast-paced action hack-and-slash style game set in a fantasy medieval land that was torn asunder by a natural disaster. And 3 remaining factions have survived and fought for a millennium: the Knights, the Samurai, and my personal favourite, the Vikings. In the beta we got access to 3 different game modes which had the option for PvP or PvAI. The modes were 4v4 Domination, which was a pretty fun and probably my favourite game mode, 2v2 Brawl, and 1v1 Duel. The 2v2 Brawl and the 1v1 Duel were completely different to Domination in the fact that there were no points to capture or enemy soldiers to contend with. It was purely a fight your opponents till the death, best out of 5 wins. There really isn't much else to it. Although, I honestly have no issue with that. I had quite a blast. Out of those 2 modes, I'd have to say I had the most fun playing the 2v2 Brawl. Although there were times where I got absolutely shit mixed because my teammate was annihilated by a better player, but there were some times where I was able to pull a clutch while facing 2 other opponents. Just watch this clip.
Round 4. Þú ert dauður! Þú ert dauður!
So in Domination, you have 3 points, similar to Conquest in Battlefield. You have A, B, and C. Now, A and C are normal points, but they heal whoever has control of the point, as long as you're standing in the zone, which certainly saved my fat ass a few times. Now, B is different. From what I could tell while playing, it doesn't provide any healing, and the only way to capture it is to have more of your soldiers on the point. Now, that is NPC soldiers and not the heroes. This was a really fun game mode, and it could get intense fast, especially with 3 or 4 enemy heroes attacking you at once. And with that, many people attacking the same player, they can and will damage each other. Which, it isn't a bad thing, it's more an issue with impatient players, myself included. I think damage to a team member is reduced as well, so it's not a big issue, but something that, as players, we can learn to sort of be a little bit more patient. Maybe there wouldn't be any team killing. After each match you earn XP, you get steel, which is the in-game currency, and you get a piece of loot based on the hero you use for that match. Now each piece of gear looks different, but you can change its appearance if you like the stats of one, but you have another that looks better. Now the stats are dependent on the item itself, so like your chest has things like block damage, something else might have revenge mode gain and duration. There's a fair bit that can be customized, which I think makes the game great, because not everyone's heroes would be the same. Now you can customize tattoos, symbols, skin color, and even gender for some of the heroes, which is pretty cool. Speaking of heroes, my absolute favorite was the Viking Berserker, and I really didn't play as any other class for long because I found myself trying to play them like the Berserker, and I would just get killed almost every time, and honestly, there is nothing more satisfying than this.
What danger?
The game also looks incredible. Ubisoft have hopefully learnt from their previous mistakes, and they won't reduce the graphics quality of the final release, like Watch Dogs. Fingers crossed. Right now, the faction war feels hollow. You're just fighting a percentage, and war assets weren't really explained, or I might have skipped the explanation. Please correct me if I'm wrong. You gain steel, I think XP, and a chest, which I couldn't find where that was unless it was random loot added to your loot inventory. I have no clue, which hopefully is either my own fault and I'll know more on release, or it will be fixed before release. Now, you only gain this chest and XP and whatever if you're pretty sure if your faction has the most territories at the end of the season or session or whatever it was called. Which the Vikings did. Go Vikings. I think that maybe the Dominion mode needs a few more flags which are capped by the amount of soldiers. Maybe just 1 or 2 would be great. Just to add a little bit more variety in your points. Or something like that. And if players, myself included, could be a little bit more patient while attacking a single target, that would be fantastic. I think from what I have seen so far, this game is going to be great. Hopefully we'll see an expanded roster of heroes sometime after release, excluding the 3 that were left out of the beta, of course. And we have the campaign to look forward to. I hope you get 3 different full-sized campaigns where you play as each faction through the story, and not just like chapters where you play as each different faction. I think that might get a little bit too confusing. One last thing, there are a few infrequent connectivity issues, nothing majorly serious, but I hope those are sorted before launch. Anyway, that is all I have time for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.